Welcome to Adjacent Investigates with Jody Silvey Wynn and Shelly Silvey Grabe. We're asking the questions no one asked us to ask. Diving into debates no one can win. And somehow making it everyone else's problem. Let's investigate.
All right, friends, it's time to pay the bills.
Pay them bills.
We
got big plans.
We
got big
do.
plans. We need to talk about Charleston.
Yes. Well, first, we need to beat Joe Rogan. And secondly, we want you to help us get to Charleston. And what are we going to do in Charleston?
Fan Fest.
Fan Fest. And when is it?
It's in October.
Yes. So we need your help. That is our goals.
Yes.
As Heather McDonald would say, get me behind the gates. We want to be your favorite podcast. And one way that you can do that is by supporting these incredible businesses. We are so grateful for these businesses. They are some of our amazing sponsors who we support on the Adjacent podcast this month of June. These are businesses and people we genuinely love, support, and believe in, and we think you will too. First up, the Girly Birds.
Love them. Look at these eyebrows.
And you got your ears pierced there. We are so excited to welcome back the Girly Birds to the Adjacent family this month because this is next level self-care.
It is.
The Girly Birds specialize in timeless,
looking beautiful,
low maintenance beauty that helps you wake up feeling confident and put together every single day. Their services include permanent makeup like nano brows, powder brows, eyeliner, and lip blushing, along with fine line tattoos, permanent jewelry, brow shaping, and professional ear piercing. What we love most is that the Girly Birds focus on enhancing your natural beauty, not changing who you are. Their space is welcoming, fun, elevated, and the kind of place that immediately makes you feel comfortable and taken care of. Tell them Adjacent sent you for $50 off services.
Guys, so great.
And where are they located?
They're on the way down to Pound Town.
Drippin' Springs. You got to go. Next up is one of our favorites, Cornucopia Popcorn.
Love.
Y'all already know we take our snacks very seriously over here at Adjacent, and Cornucopia Popcorn has officially become one of our favorites. Whether we are recording episodes, road tripping across Texas, binge watching Bravo, or staying up way too late editing content, there is a very good chance we have a bag of Cornucopia nearby. Their popcorn is fresh, flavorful, ridiculously addictive, and comes in so many incredible varieties that choosing a favorite honestly feels impossible. Sweet, savory, spicy, classic. You can truly find something for everyone. It is the perfect summer snack, great gift idea, road trip companion, or a little treat just for yourself. Use Adjacent for 10% off your order and tell your friends and tell everyone that Adjacent Podcast sent you. This June, we also are thrilled to partner with Attract Aesthetics, one of our favorite Austin glow-up destinations. Andrea and Taylor have created such an incredible space where beauty, confidence, self-care, and community all come together in one amazing place. From injectables and facials to microneedling, PRF treatments, chemical peels, and customized skincare services, they truly focus on helping clients look refreshed, confident, and naturally beautiful. And honestly, Shelly, they are just genuinely good humans, which matters the most to us, of course. If you have been thinking about refreshing your skincare routine or finally booking the appointment you have been talking about for months, this is your sign. Go follow Attract Aesthetics, support local, and tell them Adjacent Podcast sent you. And finally, our very own Adrian Grabe with JB Goodwin, A-Team Realtors.
Love.
We do. He's my brother, your hubby. If buying, selling, investing, and relocating is on your mind this summer, Adrian should absolutely be the first call. Adrian brings knowledge, hustle, heart, and true Austin community connection to every client relationship. Real estate can feel overwhelming, but Adrian generally takes care of people and helps guide them through every step of the process.
Yes.
Whether it is your first home, your forever home, or your next investment property, Adrian Grabe and the JB Goodwin A team are ready to help. Want to become part of the Adjacent family? Contact Shelly and about becoming an Adjacent sponsor. We love partnering with local businesses, creators, and organizations and sharing their stories with our amazing community. And don't forget to join us on
Patreon.
We have something for everyone with 5 different membership levels. Free, $5, $10, $25, and $100 per month. At the $100 level, you become an official producer of the podcast. So we need you all to get on Patreon today. Don't hesitate, and like and follow us on all of your podcasting areas. With that being said, let's get adjacent.
Woo!
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Adjacent Investigates. And we have been deep diving Andrew McCarthy and his amazing career, and then how he became an author. And now we are deep diving his big book. So, Shelly, tell us why we chose this, because you were so inspired after you read his book.
Yeah, I've been inspired by all of his writing. He's fascinating. I went back this last week and listened to Walking with Sam, which is such a beautiful thing to listen to while you're hiking.
Yes.
Because he's so poetic in his writing. So I had missed the Brat book, and knew he had a book coming out. And so I went and listened to the Brat book, and then he wrote Who Needs Friends? And I was fascinated by this book. It's all rooted. His son looked at him and said, "You don't really have any friends, do you, Dad?"
Ouch.
And so Andrew really did some soul searching on, what is my friendship situation? And I mean, what really came up in this book is, post COVID or during COVID, the loneliness that has happened across the world. People are so isolated. People are still scared to leave their houses and are having trouble going back into the community. I mean, it hurts my heart.
But as humans, we need connection. It's ingrained in us.
It's so vital, and there's been so many, research reports about how community extends your life.
Yes,
and it's so critical. But I think as women, we spend a lot of time talking about this, but I don't think men do.
And he kind of goes into it like men are kind of taught from an early age that you don't need other people to be that stoic by yourself, guide. Don't cry, don't connect.
Don't be vulnerable.
Don't be vulnerable. You're right. And I'm just like, it's the opposite,
It is. And I think as and this is just what is perceived as typical, and I hate that word because I live with
what is typical anyway.
Yeah, what is typical. But you have your group of friends in elementary school, middle school, high school, college, after college, and then during your career friends, and then you get married and have kids, and you're working, and you're taking care of your family.
And I know you see it. I see it definitely with John. When they are having success in their job, it's everything.
It's everything. Mm-hmm. They put all of their eggs in one basket.
And so
when his son, Sam, asked him this question, It just really hit him in his heart. And I think as women, we're having these conversations all the time.
Right.
We're playing bunko. We're going to happy hour. We're hanging out. We're
going on girls trips. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going on girls trips. We're currently on a girls trip. You know, it's like this is important to us. We knew community was so important, and we raised our kids in community, and we stayed in community through the whole process. And you know, having some foresight that, hey, are these going to be my lifers? You know, are we going to be the Golden Girls? Are we going to have this tribe? And I don't think men thought about it. I think a lot of men put all their eggs in two baskets, if you will, in their partner and in their partner family, and then in their work. And so their community is a two basket sitch. And once you start empty nesting, your wife has 10 baskets, your partner has 10 baskets, and she has, I mean, like, Leticia's retired as of today, and she's like out living her best life at Lifetime. She has her pickleball group. She's, you know, out doing all the things. And, you know, what's happening with the men? How are the men? Where are their baskets? What's going on? And listening to his book, and do the audio because he reads it, and it's fantastic, and it puts a whole Yankee situation, his northeastern accent, and you know, and you can tell when he gets emotional in the storytelling, but you know, just really dig into the male relationships. And so it made me go, Jody, how are our men doing? How are the men in our life doing? How are they handling empty nesting? How are they handling you having 10 baskets and they only have 2? And just how are the men doing? Are they doing okay in this process? I don't think they will lean into therapy, most of them. You know, that has not been a natural part. Are they going to reconnect those friendships? You know, what's going on with the men in society? How are y'all doing over there? And I just really...
Well, and I want to ask you, because I do feel like some men have like close guy friends or whatever, and they do things like golfing together, right? Or maybe they have a sports team that they watch all the time.
They go hunting. They go deer hunting together. They have,
or fishing. But if you think about it, like, hunting's kind of like a loner sport. Golf, you're not, I mean, you're probably talking between holes, like when you're riding but it's really a quiet game.
Yeah.
Fishing is definitely quiet. I do think sports, you're focused on the sport. You're not like having these deep, dark conversations about, you know, getting vulnerable with each other. It's actually almost all those things are about like not being, you know.
I agreed. And I think it's like parallel playing. I think men have a lot of parallel playing in their life. I think because, Adrian just called me and said, hey, I'm spending the night at Steve's house tonight. We're going to get up and play golf, and we're doing all the things.
Good.
Just didn't watch sports. I think because of the autism factor and them having to really lean in and be like so, you know, supportive of each other. And I think that changed the dynamic for Adrian.
But,
you know,
I can totally see that.
Yeah, but I mean, he's very much about community, and you know, but it's like, how's everybody really doing? I do see the puppy dog eyes when I'm, you know, going out for the 3rd day in a row. It's like,
I know.
Hey, you know, but I want to say this to the men. You guys, most women have 10 baskets.
Yes.
We made sure that when those kids left, that our lives were going to be full.
Well, because we learned from our own mom.
Exactly.
Our mom did not have, like, she had her sisters, which I love, but she didn't have like a whole slew of friends. And so she relied on us to be her companions, you know? And I think I learned early on the importance of friendship because I saw, I mean, it was a lonely experience for her. If you think about it, like when she was raising her 5 kids and dad was working, like, you know, away, her only socializing was when she would hang out with her sisters or when we would come home. And then I think men, they do it differently. They're not socializing or hanging out with their kids, you know, really, from what I'm seeing. I know some dads are different and they definitely have a different relationship, but it's not like their companions are their kids necessarily. And so I think when I think about our mom, I think she modeled for us the importance of friendships because she was kind of the non-example on that.
Agreed. And we witnessed a very sad,
it was hard,
a lonely person. And one of the things I've said repeatedly, I'm so grateful she did not live through COVID.
Well, it would have been so hard for her.
Horrible.
So hard for her.
Yeah.
And she lost her life partner at such a young age. So, you know, and I feel like dad was pretty social. He got a lot of his socializing through his job because he was a bread man and he would go and like hang out, talk to everybody. And he was, you know, talking about the bread, moving it, you know, switching it up and all that.
He was in sales. So
yeah,
going to different places saying, you should order from us, you should buy. And then he was delivering it to them. So he had to maintain a relationship. And he coached and he umpired and he had 20 different baskets going at all, you know, at all time. He hunted. He would go.
And he had a crew. He had a crew that he like Richard Sladen. And I know he hunted with our Uncle Don and stuff like that. But I do think like it can be also, I think a thing that I've noticed like about like John's friendships, none of them want to go to the other person's house. They want to like be at their house cooking their food and watching their TV and do it like, because one of his best friends, Brad, like it'll be like, hey, do you want to hang out? Yeah, I want to hang out. Okay, well, come to my house. No, you come to my house. And they're like, no. So end up not hanging out as much. And I'm like, just take turns, you know?
Well, and that's it. Andrew addresses that. They want friendships to be simple and effortless.
Yes.
And where women have always, and he really investigates the women's side of it too. He's like, why do y'all do this? And it's like, we are so intentional with our friendships and maintaining our friendships, checking in on each other, making sure everybody's okay, and engaging and participating in their full lives. And men are like, oh yeah, that's my friend. I haven't seen him in 10 years. I talked to him 2 years ago. He's fine.
But I think like with women, one reason why we develop our friendships is because we utilize each other as like as a parent like helper, like a liaison, someone to get advice from. We do a lot of charities together, and so that builds camaraderie because you have a common goal. And I think men tend to rely on their wives for their companionship or their partner for their companionship. And when that person, like you're saying, when you get the puppy dog eyes because you're going to go and hang out with your friends to go play bunco or go pickleball or whatever, I think for them, they're like, well, I don't do those things. And so then they end up staying at home or, you know, not having that. I'm like, well, then you should create that. Like, go enjoy your time with your buddies while I'm enjoying my time with my buddies, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that when, you know, I remember when we were raising our kids, we would go to each other's houses. The kids would play and we would hang out. We'd play cards. We'd, you know, watch shows together. We did exercising together, you know, but the kids were doing their thing. And so it created a play date for the kids, but also for the moms, you know? And so I think you're right. It's like we have a lot of different baskets. And when you only have your eggs in your family and your work basket, you're going to limit yourself to not have a lot of occasion for building relationships, you know?
And so this book, you guys, I do think this is, if you have a Father's Day gift to purchase for somebody, this is the gift to give this year.
Yeah.
It is so raw. You know, he started going through the process and evaluating his friendships, and he started reaching out to them. And they're like, yeah, come see me. Or, why are you calling me? Why are you calling me? We haven't talked in years. And then when they started trying to meet up, one of them was in a mental health crisis and just locked himself in and was so embarrassed. And Andrew was kind of taken back by, why didn't I know he was going through this? This was one of my dearest friends. Why didn't I know he was struggling? I had no idea. And it was like,
well, because in a way, Andrew was struggling himself.
Well, he had a full life with his kids and his wife, but he was very, very lonely.
And loneliness can cause a lot of issues.
Well, and it causes a lot of stress in your relationship with your partner and with your kids, because you're putting all your stress on them. They have to fill your
cup. Or you're holding it in.
Or you're holding it in. And but I mean, you know, this process, I just want to check in on all the men I care about. How are you doing?
Yeah.
What's going on with you? Do you realize that you need to have multiple baskets? You need to have relationships. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. That is so stressful to do to a partner, to expect to be your full-time entertainment.
Yeah.
And so the book is also very entertaining. You guys, on top of this great lesson, a great conversation that needs to be had, he travels 10,000 miles trying to connect with all his friends, and he makes stops in Appalachia, the Mississippi Delta, Ohio. He comes to Austin, Texas. He goes, you know, he complains like everybody does. Is like, oh my gosh, driving through Texas is so ridiculous. He goes to Tetons, of course. He stops in Louisiana, in Natchitoches, Louisiana, and has some very interesting thoughts about that community. I don't want to give it away, but it made me laugh so hard when he's throwing shade at Natchitoches.
And you're like, nailed it.
But and he goes to Nevada and California. It's very, he goes to see childhood friends, career friends, and reconnect. He doesn't reconnect with any of the brat pack. Don't expect that.
Yeah.
But when he comes to Austin, they talk about all the brunch places and stuff like, which was,
Austin loves brunch.
Yeah, brunch. We all like to be home by 4.
Yeah. So you don't get stuck in the traffic.
But this book just really led to some great conversations. So we are going to continue this investigation, and we're already starting to talk to men about what's going on with your friendships. How are you doing? And I do hope this, I want to bring this up with the younger generation as well, as like, how are y'all doing? Because I think this is a generational thing. I don't think that,
well, masculinity is changing.
Exactly.
That's what you're seeing culturally. Like it's shifting. And so having the I could do it myself, the stoicism, like all of that, it's changing because it's not healthy.
That's
Having
not
connection lengthens your life. It's healthy for you to have connection. That's why we started this podcast.
agreed.
We call it adjacent because we want people to get adjacent to one another
Agreed.
and learn from one another and develop yourself and make those connections. And, so I think we're seeing such a shift. And I think in many ways it's a good shift because, you want people to have that healthy connection with other people and with themselves, because I just love that he took this simple question that his son, or this observation his son made, and really deep dove, like, why don't I have these connections or these friendships anymore? I love that he's like, I'm going to travel and go see these people. I'm going to reconnect. And some of them, maybe it's too late to reconnect with, but some of them, it's not. And I think it's brave. I think it's such a brave look.
It's so brave. It's so raw. It's so beautifully written. It's very engaging. The audio is fantastic. And so this is the big thing, you guys. Ask yourself, as women, as partners, let's ask this about our partners and just do a check-in on them.
Yes.
And if you're a man, ask yourself these questions. I mean, they're very simple. Who are your 5 people?
Mm-hmm.
You can't say wife, 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 wife. You can't say that. That is not healthy for anybody.
I mean, you can, but yeah, I think if you do, you need to look at what's going on.
I hope there are 5 different people.
5 different people, yeah.
Who would drive 3 hours to help you? Who would drive 3 hours to help you? Who would you drive 3 hours to help?
Yes.
Why do women seem better at maintaining friendships? Evaluate that. What's going on there?
Yes.
When kids leave, do friendships become more important? Have you noticed that? And I know something's happening where the kids aren't leaving. I mean, we interviewed Josh Sager, and y'all get that episode soon, but he talks about that he kind of waits every day to see what the kids are doing, and they're adult kids, and he's waiting to see what they're doing before he makes any other plans.
Yes.
And so, can one spouse realistically meet all of your emotional needs? I don't think so, because I think some of your emotions are tied to your spouse and you need an outside observation on it. I know Jody and I talk about our marriages quite often, and we learn so much from each other. I couldn't have that conversation with Adrian. I wouldn't, it would change the dynamic of it. Being able to have those conversations with somebody else.
Well, I will tell you, when John and I first got married, I was putting a lot of pressure on him. He may not have noticed it, but to be like that person that does everything and brings me happiness. And I remember I was upset one day because we were, learning to be in a partnership together. And I said, oh, he's not here to make me happy. I need to be the one that makes myself happy.
Oh, Jody, preach all day long.
Yeah. I was like, it's not healthy for me to expect that of him,
I cannot say that enough.
Yeah.
It's like, and I feel like this next generation, this is what they're doing so beautifully, is they're getting their shit together. They're doing the work. They're taking care of themselves before they even contemplate having a partner. And I think that is so beautiful to watch. And we didn't have that as a model you know, the generations before us, they were so busy taking care of the family and the funds and the, you know, different situations. But you guys have had the luxury of witnessing it. It's like, love you.
Yes.
Let me, this goes back to the Mel Robbins, you know, let me be what I need. Let me fill my own cup. I mean, I remember Vicky Gendels.
Yeah.
Just like,
The love cup is empty.
I don't know. You know, and
it's my love cup.
I mean, if you don't love yourself enough to fill that cup, it's hard for somebody else to do it. But I mean, we're all going through this stage. Is like, what do we see our lives like in the next 20 years? I mean, do you see? Are you rocking on the front porch at the big house, just the two of y'all? You know, is that?
I think there's room for that. There's room for that. There's room for all of it. But
there's room for all of it.
Yeah, there's room for all of it. So yeah, I see that. Maybe not at the big house, but I see myself sitting on the back porch looking at the birds with John. Sure,
of course. But is it 24/7? I mean,
no.
I think that I
don't have the attention span for that. I
do. I'm gonna go dig up rocks. I'll be right back. But I do think that's a conversation we need to have, because I think that was the story that we were all taught as kids, is that, hey, you get married and then you grow old together and you're just sitting on a porch rocking, and that story has changed.
And boy, oh boy, how many stories have not been that way?
Exactly.
Most of them.
And so
it doesn't, life isn't, it's not like a movie or a TV show. It's like things happen. Things change.
And I mean, I don't want, as Adrian's partner, when he outlives me, and when he gets a mulligan, I want him to get a mulligan.
I know. I tell that Jen too.
Yeah.
And occasionally, like, I'm like, this could be your mulligan. And then they might not know that I picked them out to be John's mulligan.
Barnabas is going to be real mad.
No.
Just kidding. I mean, but I want you to have a beautiful, full life.
Absolutely.
And so I want to be a partner that makes sure you have that friend circle, and that you have all these baskets full of love and support for the rest of your life.
Yes.
And it's not just this one basket.
And I will say you do a great job with that. Like, you're like, go see your family, go travel, go golf, go have your hang out with Egon and Steve, go over to their houses, go do this, go do that, because you also want it to be reciprocated for yourself. You know, like, I want to get away too. So when it's my turn, we'll tag it out. You know,
and we have a very unique situation, and I understand that. And Adrian's a great partner, and we tag team. You know, living with somebody with special needs, it changes the dynamic a little bit. And we haven't had those a lot of traveling time together. But I do want him to have a full, beautiful life, and so I think all women should read this book, and all men should definitely have this book. And I want to applaud the men that have maintained friendships, because I think you are the outliers, and I think y'all definitely should be sharing this conversation with other people you care about. It's like, make this a priority, lean into each other. You guys are in for the long game, and y'all did a lot of the hard work, but it's not over, and y'all need the love and support. Yeah. I just think you need the love and support, and the exhale is like,
yes,
you know, go hang out with your friends, go on those guys trips, go to Vegas, go
to each other's houses. It's okay if you just take turns.
Take turns. Start the dinner party up again. You know, invite people to your house.
Yeah.
Invite your people to your house, and start gathering, and we're here for it. We want y'all to come to all of our social gatherings, and in July we're going to start, lunches, and we want everybody to join us, not just for women. Bring your partners, and hopefully more of them can hang out and get to know each other and build a community. We're all about it.
For sure. Let's get together. Let's get adjacent.
That's what this is all about, you guys.
Yeah.
So go buy the book, share it for Father's Day. It's a perfect Father's Day gift. If you're not listening to Andrew McCarthy, he has a bunch of videos out sharing the process, very funny stories along the way. Nacogdoches destroyed me.
Natchitoches.
So Natchitoches. It was Natchitoches. Destroyed me. He was like, wow, okay. So very unique experience for him. And go on a road trip. Go on this road trip. Go see all your buddies.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I think that's wonderful. I think it's such a wonderful, untethered experience for him as well. And so
I love it. This is a great challenge. So
yeah.
All right. Well, keep listening, because we're going to be, and we are interviewing some different men in our lives, friends that, asking them the questions that Shelly posed. So I think it's a great investigation.
Yeah. And you guys, if y'all love this episode, please share it with a friend.
Yes. Like and follow. Yes.
Like and follow. And please go ahead and share this with your partner.
Yes.
And have this conversation.
Yes. It's a great conversation.
Who are your 5 friends?
And it could be, how can I facilitate your friendships? How can I be of support of that?
Yeah, maybe you start doing dinners where you're inviting everybody over. I mean, build those relationships for them.
I love it. All right, Shelly, I love you. Texas.
Yeah.